Sir, what are you doing over there? Hey, what are you doing? No, 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 no. This is a library. You are absolutely not allowed to record your TikTok here. Like, yeah, please. Please, no, I understand. You gotta shake it out west. I get it. Please leave. Please leave. This is... Thank you. Oh my God. How's it going? I'm doing well. I'm doing well. How about you? Good. Good. What brings you in today? Okay. Great. Great. My name is Matty. Good to meet you. Good to meet you. Have you been in here before? Okay. Nice, nice. What made you come in for the first time? That's cool. Oh wow. Okay, cool. Cool. Well, I would be more than happy to set you up with an account and explain how things work here, and then yeah. Absolutely, I can yeah, I'll ask you a few questions and then maybe I can pull some books for you as well. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. So, if you go, let's see, past the L's there. So through the L's to the left, you'll see a door. Go down one more door, and that's the restroom. If you want to do that, and then I will set up here, and when you get back, we can set you up with an account, okay? Okay, great. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so yeah, let's get you set up with an account first. I think that's probably the first step here. Since you're new here, you should know that all accounts are free here, and all that we ask is that you are respectful and gentle with the books and just return them on time. Okay? Great. Okay, so let's do this. I will get the computer open here. Okay, and what I'm going to need is just some basic information, and I just have a couple questions, and then we're going to... Yeah, okay, great. Okay, so first name. Okay. And last name. Great, and how do you spell that? Okay. Perfect. Mailing address. Okay. Northwest. And a zip code. Excellent. Okay, let's get a phone number for you. 28. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Okay, so let's get an email for you. Okay, great. Yep. Okay. And that's at Gmail. Okay. At Gmail. Okay. Do you have an ID or driver's license that I can see just to confirm all of this? Great. Okay. Looks good. Okay. Great. There you go. Okay. So, just a couple general questions for you really quick before we get into everything. Do you have a favorite genre of book? None of these are, these questions are not mandatory, but it's just for data collection for the library. So, do you have a favorite genre? Okay, great. Okay. And then, have you ever used any kind of spoken word app? So, there's a lot of them. The main one that I use is Audible. Have you used that before? Great. Okay, so we're actually running a really great deal right now. You get a free trial of Audible if you sign up for I know. Yeah, free trial on Audible on the app for signing up at our library. So, absolutely, I would be more than happy to talk to you about it really quick. So, basically, when you sign up with our library, I'm going to give you a link to go to get your free trial. Okay, so a little about Audible. Audible is actually the leading provider of spoken word entertainment. They have bestsellers, they have memoirs, they have self-development, they have news, everything you could look for. The coolest thing, you can download, so let's say you're on your phone, you can download one of the titles and then listen to it even if you're not connected to anything. So like a lot of people use that on planes, right? So you'll download it to your device and then you can listen to it even without service. The app can be installed on any smartphone, I see you have that, or a tablet, and then you can also listen across devices, which is really nice, so you don't lose your place, right? So with a subscription to Audible, you get 1 credit each month, okay, to download any title you want, and then you get 2 Audible originals, okay, per month. And then let's say 1 month you're just really busy and you don't use it, it rolls over for up to a year. Okay, so this is our gift to you, just for supporting our library. Okay, so there's amazing titles on there. Personally, one of my recommendations right now is a book called Atomic Habits by James Clear. And it's basically about like making tiny changes in your life in a proven way to build good habits and break old ones. And I found it to be really inspiring and really informative, just because I think we all have bad habits, and any way to fix those, especially in a proven way, is really good. So I highly recommend that. So let me finish up your. Okay, so I have you on our system. So then now, to get this Audible deal, all you have to do is go to audible.com, okay, audible.com/Matty. That's me, okay, audible.com/Matty, or on your phone, you can text Matty, M-A-T-T-Y, to 500, okay? That is all you have to do. It's our gift to you. I think if you're getting a library card, you're definitely into reading, clearly, right? And we just want to give you as many tools as possible to learn and enjoy as many titles as you can. Okay, so yeah, that's audible.com/Matty, or just text Matty to 500. Okay. Of course, it's a great service, and again, it's our reward for exactly, yeah. Okay, so we got you set up. So do you want to walk around and browse what we have here? Do you want me to pull some books for you? What do you want to do here? Okay. Yeah, actually, that's a good idea. So basically, this is just like every other library. You're gonna go find titles you like. We do have a limit of 5 books at one time, just because we have a lot of people coming in. So basically, you can pick up to 5 books. You'll bring them up to me. I'll scan them, and then I will give you a little card with the due date on for each title, and you just bring them back by the due date. It's that simple. Yeah, and then if we're closed, we also have a drop box up front for you to. Exactly. Yep. Pretty simple. Yeah. Okay, let's get to the fun part. So, what kind of books are you looking to get today? Okay. trying to think of anything off the top of my head. Well, okay, so you're into. Yeah, I get that. Okay. I mean, there's an enormous music section. Absolutely. It sounds like you're kind of into music, movies. Okay, great. Are you into musicals by chance? You are. Okay. So music, movies. What kind of music? Yeah, that's cool. Okay. Yes, I am also a big fan. Okay, so I think I have some books in mind now that I know what you're into. You want to hold tight, and I will go pull a few, and then we can. Absolutely. No, I know it's a big place. This is it'll make it easier for you, but also it's fun for me. Okay. So yeah, just give me a minute, and I will go. I'll go pull some books. Okay. Okay, great. Okay, so I actually pulled 4 books for you that I have personally read and can recommend to you, and that also I think are right in your interests. Okay, so if you don't mind, I would love to show you the book and kind of explain it a little bit, maybe, and then you can make up your mind. Absolutely, this is quite literally my job. So yeah, so okay, so I got 4 for you. Okay, so the first book that I pulled is incredible, and I pulled it because you said you were into music, and you said you were into hip-hop, rap, and kind of the history of it. Excellent, that's so cool. So this is technically this is not a novel or anything, but it's more of a collection, okay? But an absolute essential if you are into history and into the technical side of making that genre of music. So this is called The Rose That Grew from Concrete, okay? And I'll read you the description on the dust jacket, but basically this is a collection of poems and thoughts of Tupac Shakur, and who I'm sure you know, right? Yeah, okay. So I'll read you the inside here. It says, here now is a newly discovered are Tupac's most honest and intimate thoughts, conveyed through the pure art of poetry, a mirror into his enigmatic life and its many contradictions. Written in his own handwriting at the age of 19, they embrace his spirit, his energy, and his ultimate message of hope. So this is actually really cool. So I'll show you the inside. So these are taken from his actual notepads where he would write music and journals and everything. And so, like, basically it's on one side the actual poem in his handwriting, and then on the other side is it typed out. Okay, so you know, because sometimes it's difficult to read and there's a lot of scribbles and a lot of you know, he actually has pretty good handwriting, to be honest, but you know, there's a lot of scribbles, there's a lot of drawings, and so when it gets difficult to read, they've transcribed it over here. Okay, but I think that this is an essential for anyone interested in that genre, just to see inside the mind of you know, one of the greatest rappers, one of the greatest artists, one of the greatest writers and storytellers of that genre. Absolutely. So anyway, I think this is a really cool book, and it's a you know, like I said, it's more of a collection of art than, you know, a normal novel or reading an actual book, right? So each page is different. Each page is a different is a different one, and a lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff. No, a lot of it is like kind of dark. You know, I think he struggled with a lot of stuff. A lot about love, a lot about impressions, a lot of pain. But as you know, especially in rap, some of the greatest art comes from pain. So, anyway, this is The Rose That Grew from Concrete. It is an absolutely phenomenal collection. It's a hardcover, which I love. It's short, so you can definitely get through it in a day. It's 145 pages, but again, it's just that much. That's 2 pages, right? So it's a great the paper is a great stock. It's just a nice piece, and I think that you can learn a lot from it. This was actually published in '99, so it's been around for a while. But this is just kind of an example of this library, right? Like, this book is in pristine condition, and that's because the people that come here are very respectful and take care of the stuff. So anyway, so that's The Rose That Grew from Concrete, about Tupac. What do you think? For sure, yeah. It's very, very interesting. And by the way, stop me if I'm like rambling on, because I've read these. I've read all of these, and they come highly recommended from me because I really like them. I wouldn't recommend something I didn't like, right? Okay, cool. So anyway, so what do you think about that one? Yeah, exactly. Yep, absolutely. Okay, well, okay. So, okay, great. Okay, so I'll put this over here. I'll grab the next book. But we're 1 for 1. That's pretty good. All right. Okay, so the next book that I pulled for you is because you said that you were into classic movies, correct? Okay, so now this is not going to make sense if you have not seen The Princess Bride. Have you seen The Princess Bride? Okay. That's good, because this would have not made sense. So obviously, Princess Bride, classic, must see. Definitely, it's probably in my top 10 most watched movies of my lifetime. So this is a really cool piece, and so this is called As You Wish. Okay, and this is by Carrie Elwes, who actually played. So it's a lot of it's basically a lot of stories and behind the scenes stuff of that movie by the main character. So even it says right here, so Inconceivable Tales from the Making of the Princess Bride. Okay, and Inconceivable, of course, referencing the funny scene in the movie. So it was written with Joe Layden, and the foreword in it is by Rob Reiner, who was the director. So that's pretty cool. So that's kind of cool. That's the crew or the cast. Anyway, if you are a fan of this movie, this is just an unbelievable piece of work. Anyway, if you are a fan of this movie, I would actually say it's a must read. And there's some behind the scenes photos in it. but it's really just like, so like chapter 2 is pre-production and meeting Princess Buttercup, right? So it's just again, if you're into, like you said, you're into classic movies, this is a great read for to learn about this classic movie. I love the textures of this book. So I won't read this whole thing, but it basically says at the end of the dust jacket, it says, if you'd like to know a little bit more about the making of The Princess Bride as seen through the eyes of a young actor who got much more than he bargained for, along with the rest of this brilliant cast, then all I can say is, as you wish. So, anyway, fantastic book. And again, if you've seen the movie, you'll definitely love it. Okay. So yeah. So what do you think about this? Absolute. Yeah. Okay. Good. I thought so. Like, if you're really a movie connoisseur, there's no way you've never seen this movie. And if you're like me, once I see a movie and that I really like, I have to know everything about it, right? So, yeah, this is just it's a great piece. Yeah, okay. So far we have the Tupac book, and we have As You Wish. So do you want to take a break real quick, or do you want to just keep moving? Just keep moving. I like it. Okay, so I'll go put this in the yes pile, and let me grab this third book, okay? All right, so the third book, we're going back to music, and this is actually the first book that popped into my head when you said that you were into music, specifically hip hop and rap. This is in my opinion, arguably one of the coolest, best books to ever come out under that umbrella of hip hop and rap in history. And it's about arguably the best rapper artist in that genre of all time. So this book is my personal favorite in the genre, like I said, and this is called Decoded. Okay, and this is Decoded by Jay-Z. Okay, and so I think part of what makes hip hop and rap so interesting and so cool is that everyone looks for different things. Everyone thinks everyone is the best of all time or the GOAT, and but I think after a while, people started just coming up with these top 5, top 10 lists, right? And, Jay is consistently on nearly everyone's top 5 of all time. And I think that's largely because of, one, just how many hits he's had, how many albums he's had, his success, his business acumen. He's a billionaire off of music, and he came from nothing in Marcy Projects in Brooklyn. So anyway, he has one of the best stories out as a musician. And what this book Decoded is, I'll read you the inside. It's very short, but it'll explain everything, and then I'll show you. So, Decoded is a book like no other. It's a collection of lyrics and their meanings that together tell the story of a culture, an art form, a moment in history, and one of the most provocative and successful artists of our time. Okay, and that is Marcy Projects in Brooklyn. So basically what this book is, And why it's called Decoded is it's the story of Jay's life, of course. But then my favorite part, try to find a good example here. Okay, so, and this is one of my favorite songs by him too. So this is largely why it's called Decoded. It's because on this side it'll have lyrics to a song. Okay, so this is, as you can see, this is for Moment of Clarity, which is absolutely one of my favorite Jay-Z songs off the Black Album. So it has this, right? And then, as you can see, certain parts are in bold. Okay, and those bold parts are talked about. Each bold part has a few sentences kind of explaining what he did there, right? So as one of the goats, you know, a lot of the stuff will go over people's heads. He has a lot of wordplay. He has a lot of double, triple entendres, but he also will give a lot of context, right? So that's a lot about what this is. So here's a great example, right? So, like I said, he uses a lot of wordplay and a lot of just things that, like, when you hear it, you go, yeah, that sounds really good. But once you realize what he did, it's unbelievable. So there's a part in right here. There's a part in Moment of Clarity where he talks about Talib Kweli and Common, right, who are two phenomenal rappers, and two people that inspired him for sure. So there's a part where he says, if skills sold, truth be told, I'd probably be lyrically Talib Kweli. Truthfully, I want to rhyme like common sense, but I did 5 mil. I ain't been rhyming like common sense. When your sense got that much in common and you've been hustling since, your inception for perception go with what makes sense. Since I know what I'm up against, we as rappers most decide what's most important. So there's a lot of wordplay there, and he talks about it and how, like, so you probably heard me just say it, like he says since a lot. And so since is actually highlighted here, and it says I use sense and since 6 times in the preceding 9 lines, alternating between them, a technical flourish that works as its own commentary, right? So anyway, if you're really into what he's saying and wanting to know a deeper meaning of it, this is the book for you. And I thought, as soon as you said music, hip-hop, rap, history, artists, this was the first book that I thought of. It's absolutely incredible. It's a beautiful, obviously you can tell, beautiful book. Love the white, love the minimalism, and it's an excellent read. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so what do you think? Yeah, I figured. Okay, so here's the deal. I have one more book. I hope you're into it, but we'll see. Okay. Okay. All right. So the last book that I pulled for you is life-changing. At least it was for me. And the reason that I pulled this is because you said you were very into music, and then I asked you if you're into musicals, right? So I won't give you my long-winded. I could talk about this piece for hours. But there's a musical. It is my personal favorite musical of all time. Completely changed my life. And it is called Dear Vannhansen. Okay. Have you ever heard of that? Awesome. Okay. Have you ever listened to it, or? So yeah, the songs that most people will know, just as singles and stuff, is Waving Through a Window and You Will Be Found. Yeah, exactly. Okay, great. So you at least know it. So obviously, again, I won't go into it, but basically this musical started on Broadway. It won Tonys for best musical, best lead actor, all of that. Okay, and once it started finding success, they actually turned the musical into a novel, and so that's what I've pulled for you. Okay, so this is Dear Vannhansen. Okay, and basically they turned the script, the screenplay, into an actual novel that you can read, and obviously, you know, there's no music in this, of course, but it's very, very interesting. So this is written by Vannhansen with Stephen Levinson, and then the people who wrote and composed Dear Vannhansen, Pasek and Paul. So, I don't want to give anything away because there's a lot I could say that would give away the plot of this book, but how do I say this? I think that we all struggle, especially in a time, the time that we're in now. I think that we all struggle with some form of anxiety, and the feeling of like wanting to be a part of something, right? We're connected because of our phones, right? Which is great, but also we're the most alone we've ever been, right? Like, you know, we all sit at home and can be on our phones and feel like we're a part of the world, but we aren't really, right? And Dear Vannhansen is essentially about a kid who is extremely anxious. Socially he really struggles, and he comes up with a lie that the whole school and a lot of people in his life believe, and he becomes popular from that lie. And then, like most lies, comes crashing down, right? It is a truly heartbreaking story, but there's a lot of really good stuff in it that you can learn and apply to your own life from it. Okay. Anyway, sorry. Remember when I said I wasn't going to go into the long spiel? Anyway, this is really, really cool. As sad as the story is, it's absolutely a feel good. You leave going, that's one of the saddest things I've ever read and seen, but also I'm very uplifted, and I want to do good things in the world. So anyway, I just thought it's the kind of story that we can all of us can relate to, and so that's why I pulled it. And then you asked for my recommendation, which I absolutely recommend this. So what do you think? Yeah, you get up to 5, so this would only be 4. 4 for 4. I mean, look, I've worked here for a while, but I don't think I've ever gone 4 for 4. That's awesome. Okay, so we got the Tupac book. We got As You Wish, the Princess Bride book. We got the Jay-Z Decoded, and we got Dear Vannhansen. Wonderful, wonderful. Oh man, I'm actually like jealous of you that you get to experience these again for the first time. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I will scan these in, and you'll be good to go. And I'll give you your card, letting you know when it's due. Great. Okay, well listen, thank you so much for your trust. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for coming in. It's lovely to meet you. And again, anytime you want to come in, please do so. And I'm always here. Okay? Great. Anything else? Yeah, it was audible.com/Matty. Or you can just text Matty to 500-500. Yep, and that's our gift. Okay, well, again, thank you so much for being here. I hope you love the books, and if not sooner, I will see you in. Let's see here. I will see you in 2 weeks. Great. Okay, well, of course, it's my job. Absolutely. All right. You have a wonderful day. I'll see you soon.